Hey there, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Inside the Vandals. I'm your host, Madison McChrystal. Joining me this morning is Idaho men's coach Don Verlin. And, Coach, it was another tough weekend. Let's put it the right way. Can't get any wins. 0-2. You guys fall to UT Arlington and Louisiana Tech here at home in the Cowan Spectrum. Let's start with that Arlington game, Coach. A good team. Bottom line, talk about them and maybe what they brought to this game that you guys didn't expect or did expect and just couldn't execute on.
I don't know if they did anything we didn't expect. At this stage of the season, you pretty much know what's going on. Arlington's a very good defensive team. They did a great job defending our guys. They did a great job disrupting our flow all game long. But, I thought our guys battled extremely hard, and we have a chance to win that ball game going down the stretch. We just missed a couple easy opportunities there in that two-game game.
Kyle Brown and Stephen Madison, two explosive games in that one. Kyle with 25. Stephen with 21. Just talk about how much they've progressed this year. And Stephen specifically, after you sat him on the bench a few games ago, he's worked his way back into the starting lineup. And really what's changed in his game?
Well, first of all, with Steven's shooting the ball a lot better. And one of the things is he's really dedicated himself the last 2 or 3 weeks of making his outside or his perimeter jumper. Over the weekend, I think he'd made 7 out of his last 8 3-point goals. And that's huge. That really makes Steve hard to guard. Kyle turned in another solid weekend, battled some injuries this weekend, pulled a calf muscle in the Arlington game, but battled through and played good all weekend long.
So now, Don, sometimes when we talk about these losses, one of the key kind of consistent messages that we've discussed the last couple of weeks has been defense and defensive field goal percentage. Again, Arlington shoots 50% in this game, a number that you guys need to see go down. How do you progress that, especially as you move toward the Wexford?
We just got to keep working on it, and maybe we got to become a little bit more unpredictable and change our looks a little bit. But in the Arlington game, going down the stretch, we get 5 consecutive stops in a row. We just don't make the shots we need to. We had a number of good looks at the basket late in the game and just didn't finish those looks, and that's what cost us that ball game.
And one thing it is hard to do is defend perfection as well. Kevin Butler for Arlington, 8 of 8 from the floor, 7 of 7 from deep for 23 points. Talk about his performance.
Well, he was unbelievable. A guy coming into the game shooting 33% and makes 7 3-pointers against you. He stepped up. He was their leading scorer. He stepped up and led their team the way leading scorers do.
Now, after that, you guys moved to Saturday's game in the Spectrum against Louisiana Tech. It's a Law Tech team that was 22-3, 13-0 in conference coming to the game, receiving top 25 votes. You guys have them up by 6 at halftime, and then Raheem Appleby just takes over the game. Talk about his second half and really Law Tech's second half in general.
Well, Raheem played very well. He's a very good player. He was a freshman of the year last year in our conference. He scored it every which way you can imagine in the second half. I thought we gave him that basketball game. No question about it. I thought we dominated the game for the majority of the game. We turned the ball over at critical times, and then we couldn't guard Appleby going down the stretch.
It's going to sound cliche, Coach, but Denver you guys have on the ropes. New Mexico you've had on the ropes twice. You guys had Louisiana Tech on the ropes twice. When you guys get down to Vegas here in about a month, it still stands that you can beat any one of them.
Yeah, no question about it. We really believe we can beat anybody in the league, but what we got to do is clean some things up, and we got to figure out how to win. We got to learn how to win, and whether it's getting stops, getting the big rebounds, finishing layups, executing our offense, final plays of the game, which we didn't execute at New Mexico State. We've got to, as a group, become more focused, more tenacious, and we got to find a way to win these close ball games.
Kyle and Steve, once again in double figures in that loss. Maybe one of the key stats, though, Coach, was Mike McChrystal's 10 rebounds. Talk about how much production you get from a guard getting into double-digit points.
Well, Mike's definitely better at the 3-guard spot, and that allows him to play to his strengths and go rebound his basketball. But on Thursday night, we couldn't do that. Robert Harrett's out with a bacterial infection, so we have to play Mike primarily at the point. On Saturday night, we were able to get him more to his natural position where he can be more effective in the game, and Mike turned in a great performance. Like you said, 10 rebounds, 4 offensive, and was really active on both ends of the floor.
Well, Coach, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about the bracket buster game this week against Idaho State. We'll also catch up with Idaho sophomore guard Connor Hill right here on Inside the Vandals.